know, meritocracy can just be another way of subjugating people of color. You've experienced it when a hiring panel has told you you don't have the right degrees to be qualified for a role.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's when people hear that word systemic, they what is systemic, right? It's like who goes to top universities, right?
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
whose families can afford to send them and a handful of scholarship students, really, right? And so
Yeah.
those are the ones who get, so the meritocracy first seeks to say, like, this is what a qualified person looks like. And then you take it a step further and they say, oh, just look at it. They look at this, they don't just look for the bare minimum requirements for a job and then they leave room for people's creativity and experiences. They have this huge list. And it's like, if you went to these schools and if you have these credentials, then we're reducing our risk and you're likely to be successful. If you have this experience, yeah, it's funny, I have adult children and one of their biggest frustrations were, hey, you know, for entry-level jobs, they want you to already have 3 years worth of work experience. Well, who gets the work experience? I tell you, I've worked in major corporations. The people who get the work experience are the friends and family of the people who are already there,
Yeah.
of the employees of those companies. And so when you really think about the meritocracy and how it perpetuates discrimination and inequity, is because meritocracy says we first measure you by your scholastic achievement, and then we measure you by your access to experience, and that's supposed to predict your success. Well, I've talked about a few of the guys, they're not people of color, who were kind of bent the rules and created tremendous success, but it makes you wonder, what kind of opportunities, what kind of successes is the world missing out on because people who maybe didn't have the opportunity to get that credential or get experience in that same way are considered incompetent. And unfortunately, in a capitalist society, money is what keeps you from looking good on paper. And that's what was my experience, as you shared. I've had 2 instances in my life, I'll change the names to protect the innocent, where a manager left, a new manager came in, and new managers like to bring in their own teams. And we start putting in these processes. And by the time we put in these processes, and I'm going to pick on the HR world, put in a talent management system. By the time we were done putting this talent management system in, I was not qualified for my own job.